Making sure that a dog's diet is balanced with all the right nutrients is actually harder if you feed a vegan diet than a meat-based diet. When choosing what brand to feed, it's really important to know what they're supposed to be eating and what plant-based diets lack, so you can make sure that you buy the right brand. Anybody could start a dog food business, and guess what? Nobody actually checks that dogs are being fed a completely balanced and FEDIAP approved diet. This applies to actually all dog foods, raw, kibble and beyond. So there are no checks whatsoever. This is why it's so important that you know what you're looking for when choosing your dog's food. Here at Fleetful, we specialise in plant-based food, so we'll talk about what to look for in a plant-based diet when you're shopping around. Remember, if your dog is lacking in certain nutrients, it could and probably will mean long-term health damage. First up is amino acids. So these are the building blocks for proteins. Some amino acids are essential for dogs, which means that they need to get them from food. And then some are non-essential, which means that they can make them in their bodies when the right conditions are met. As you'd probably have thought, our first amino acid is normally found in animal products, which is why it's on our list. It's important because it increases the acidity of urine to prevent urinary crystals and the bladder problems. There are a few plant-based foods that do contain this amino acid, including sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, tofu, oats, quinoa and buckwheat. Because plant-based foods create an alkaline environment in dogs, it's important that adequate levels of this amino acid are present, and this is best achieved through supplementation. So, if on the additive list are a food that you don't see the amino acid methionine, then make sure one or more of the earlier listed ingredients are present in the ingredient list. Another amino acid that dogs need in their diet and is lacking in a plant-based food is one associated with heart health. It's called taurine, and it's a bit more complicated because technically dogs can make this amino acid when methionine and other amino acids are present. Dogs lacking in taurine may end up having poor heart health, so we always recommend a food with added taurine to ensure that your dog is healthy as possible. The only decent plant-based source of taurine is nori seaweed and red algae, so look out for those ingredients on your plant-based dog foods. Other amino acids that dogs may be lacking if fed a plant-based diet are arginine, lysine, tryptophan and carnitine. Look out for those in the additive section. You won't see them in the ingredients list, you'll see them in the additive section. So vitamins, vegetarians and vegans will know all about this next vitamin. I myself have experienced terrible mouth sores and tiredness through a lack of having it. Similarly, dogs need this for protein synthesis, tissue maintenance and blood cell formation. It's not at all possible to get this vitamin from any plant sources, so it must be supplemented in all plant-based dog foods. Make sure that you look for the vitamin on the additives list. It's vitamin B12. D3 is next, and it's a controversial one. I mention it because it's a hard vitamin to get through vegan sources, and dogs, they cannot synthesize it through exposure to sunlight. So most sources of D3 come from sheep's wool, but any decent brand, such as Fleetful, will get their sources from lichen, that lovely green stuff that grows on trees, and reindeer get their D3 from in the winter. Or certain types of mushrooms that have been exposed to UV rays. So look out for these on the ingredient list and the additives list. So we've had amino acids, we've had vitamins, and the next thing to look at is minerals. As with humans, this mineral is so important in dogs to carry oxygen in the hemoglobin of red blood cells throughout the body, so all the cells can produce energy. It's also necessary for certain enzymes in the body to function normally. It's heavily associated with being present in steak, but actually prolific in many plant-based sources. Nuts, seeds, legumes, and of course leafy greens contain this mineral. That's right, you guessed it, it's iron. So make sure that you feed your dog with iron-rich foods, and it's in the ingredient list. Veterinary professionals worry that this next mineral is also lacking in plant-based diets for dogs because of its association with animal products. Kids are made to drink cow's milk from a very early age because a complete lie, we were told, in the 80s. There are many excellent sources of this mineral in leafy green veggies, pulses and seeds. So check ingredient lists for these to make sure that there is enough calcium in your dog's diet. Let us know how you get on with reading your plant-based dog labels as well in the comments below. Give your dog a hug. Bye.